All right, so we're back on the beach. We've completed the first of the 4 shards. And it seems to, now that the circle has been completed, it seems to show that building that we had been in prior. The one that had been all dilapidated in the one world and newly built in another. So I suppose now we must decide which one do we want next. Because there's the one that was on the path, and there are a couple that surround. I think what I'll do is I'll go around in a circle from that point. Because then that way I'll have a nice clear view of the tree when I finish that last one. Yeah, so I've gotten all these runes. The 4 runes that are missing are probably associated with the shard that's over in that direction. Oh, now a lot of these stones look deliberately placed. I wonder what this world will be like.
I saw once a plague strike northern lands of ice. It was so terrible that not the oldest man among us could remember the like. Hundreds died. The sickness took nearly every person younger than 40 and many older, and where dying mothers gave birth, the marks of the plague were on the babes as they came out of the womb.
If it destroyed everyone under 40, would...
Where are we? I don't like it. This place feels...
What is this place?
This place feels... It's... creepy. It feels wrong. It feels strange. Where is it? Where are we?
Well,
Turn back.
the voices
wrong.
mentioned that the
This
place
has to be wrong.
smelled malodorous.
This place stinks.
It stinks. There's the comment again.
It smells like death. I can't breathe. Can you smell the death? It's too much. Turn back. There he is. There he is. The light. Go towards it. He's in the house. He's going in. He's disappearing. Follow him. Don't let him disappear. The air Where's it gone? Keep going. How do you find it? It's just a trial. It's just another test. You just have to solve it, and then you will find him. Then you will succeed. He's so close. Just one little test to do. You can almost reach him. You can almost see him.
Yeah, I do see the after image or the glow. He's definitely within there. But I want to make sure I find all of the runes first. There seem to be a number of houses sort of constructed above this bog. It's pretty fetid in nature. Covered in that, I don't know what kind of plant life it is, if it's like an algae or a slime. Oh. Am I really supposed to drop into the water? They tend to have this white paint on a surface that you're supposed to jump down from, but where would I go to? Would I have to wade through this water? And is there anything in there waiting for me? Or waiting for Senua? There's a rock. I mean, that might be a place to remain safe. It looks like you can't really crawl onto the shore. The only entrance I see is that house. Am I really expected to go through that house? But yeah, if everyone in a population of a village under the age of 40 died, I mean, people can still bear children into their 40s, though I could imagine back in those days it would be very dangerous to do so. So, how would they replenish their population? Must have been a terrible illness, whatever it was. Okay, well, going down.
It's a test. Like the old warrior trials.
Dillian will help me.
Oh, so it's shallow here, but it might be deeper towards that house. It's like I can't go up onto this. There are bugs that annoy her. Can she swim? I hope she can. Be ashamed to drown in this.
The stench of rot. She can almost taste it. Do you smell it? No. Don't worry. Not everyone can. It was a warm spring day when she went to the river with Dillian and the others. But the water... She could taste the rot. But no one else could. She knew something was wrong. Something sinister. She begged them to leave, but they just laughed at her. But soon enough, as the bodies piled up, no one was laughing. And they knew that she was not like them.
So she could tell that the sickness was upon them. Wait, is this another... It doesn't seem like a gate like the Velvet Robin one. I mean, it has similar trappings, but it doesn't seem like it changes anything about the immediate environment. But I might as well go through again, just in case. Nah. Doesn't seem like anything's changed. More bodies. And did they barricade this? There's a red X on the door, and it seems as though they've attempted to keep people inside. It must be a plague house of some sort where they tried to quarantine the people. But to do so by force? There's Dillian's blue light. And, oh, in the distance, there's the glimmer of one of those platforms or objects that needs to be reconstructed with her focus, with her sight. But I'm too far away. Anywhere I can go to from here? Doesn't seem like I can access the plague house. Unless there's something on the other side. No, just more bodies. And I haven't encountered any runestones yet. Oh, looks like I'll have to, what, get to this rock? Swim underneath? No, doesn't seem to be a possibility. On top of this pole? No. Is there a ladder or anything I can crawl up on? Can I go up here? No. What's in this corner? Seems to be lit, but no. Just shafts of light. How about up this plank? No. Interesting. This seems like progress, but where am I supposed to go unless I'm supposed to open that door? No, I can't interact with it at all. And I'm too far away from that. Interesting. Maybe I need to go back to the start. This seems like a dead end. But will I even have a place to go back to, considering I dropped down here in the first place? Oh, back into this water. I don't see any ladders or means to get up. I'll probably have to find it elsewhere in here. Can I crawl under? No. Interesting. No, and there is no way up. No way up here either. Maybe there's something I'm not seeing. I'll have to go back. Momentarily there was that darkness pursuing her, but it dissipated as soon as I got to the shore. The only clue I have is this house. Is there a way onto it or in it? At least I'm on the shore over here. And there are these planks. Can't interact with that fabric. It's just this arch. Walking through it that way doesn't seem to change the landscape. I need to do that thing where I shimmy through. There's something just beyond all this wreckage. I wish you could climb up something. Unless there's a ladder I can't see. Nah, just all these dilapidated trees. This is rather interesting. This place is actually a little bit perplexing to me. Is there something on the ground? It's just this door. Is there no way to enter? There seems to be a way in there. Can I enter this? But yeah, there seems to be a gap under the house. But perhaps I'm not meant to go there? Yeah, there's this huge gap. But I don't have a crouch button per se. There's a whole tunnel back there and trampled grass. I really have no crouch button or any means to crawl under here though. Hey, voices. Aren't you supposed to help me out here? They were so talkative earlier, and they like to bark orders. When I could use a little hint, they don't render any. Wait. Was this wreckage never here? Or did it disappear? Is it because I went through the gate, but this is all open. I don't recall it being open before. It must have been the gate. Here I am going back and forth, trying to find a way through, and yeah, it vanished. Didn't even notice. And as of yet, I still haven't found a rune.
The bridge. It's broken. Fix it.
You have to fix it. How are you going to fix it?
You can't get to the house until the bridge is fixed.
You must. You have to get to the house. You have to find Dillion.
Yep, I'll find Dillion. I'll find Dillion after I've acquired all the runes. Wherever they are. I've yet to see the form that they take here.
Now you have to find him.
Quick, get to the house. Get to the house and finish this trial.
It doesn't finish until you get to the house.
Before he disappears, Senua.
You have to get in.
I think at this point I've learned that whenever I approach him, that's when he disappears. Okay, another arch. More wreckage. And that's where I began, over there. Trees, rocks. No runes as of yet. Oh, another plague house. Can I even get to it? Ah. Everything seems to have just crumbled into the swamp. It is in here. More bodies. Actually, crumbled isn't the right word. Sunk. Now, I should probably use that arch. That should rebuild it. Oh. There's a ladder here, but it's broken. I wonder. If I go through this, will the ladder be whole?
You found a way.
To climb the tower.
The ladder.
Quick. What now?
You can see it. Aligned to the truth. The bridge.
Wait. I can get to the ladder, but only... I see, there's another arch and another section. Because this door before, I thought it was open. It's never open. Sometimes the layout of these areas can get a bit confusing. Oh, it's this arch. Or at least the hollow frame of the door. But how do I get back there? Maybe I have to go around. This is where I began. This is the bridge. I need to get to an area that hooks up with that ladder that then goes across. And then I should be able to construct the bridge because it will give me the vantage point I need. But I wonder where that opens up to. Do I have to backtrack all the way around the swamp? Or was it a spot that I had already ventured into before? I think I'll have to go back. Just to get a better view of the lay of the land, because I would have thought progress was this way. It's just a shame because this is entirely blocked off. And where's the viable opening? I don't even see one on the opposite side. I wonder what happens if I go back through this again. Yeah, it disappears. It disappears, but it lets me go back into this, which I didn't have access to before. And it also has a runestone.
The Northmen speak of a death moon, a light shaped like a half moon that appears inside a house and goes around the walls. I once saw the death moon appear at a farm, and first the shepherd died, then a guest died, and then the farmhands, and then the farmer and 6 of his men drowned at sea. But that is not the end of it, because the dead return to haunt the living. If you see the death moon, then beware, because there will be death in that house.
Must be a superstition of sorts. A half-moon light that appears in a house? Now, yes, if I go through this, it opens the door.
That's it.
You did it. She didn't do it.
It's not done yet. Just a small piece of the puzzle.
There we go. Now we have both parts. And the interesting thing is, it looks like, according to this runestone, this world only has 2, an N and an S. Well, now I know how many runes I'll need. Do one more. Time to get up here. Yeah, he's definitely standing in that main hall, but what else awaits us there? Oh, bridge?
She didn't.
Did it? You fixed the bridge.
She fixed it.
You passed the trial. Get to the
Well
house.
done. You succeeded.
It can't be that simple, though. He'll probably retreat further, and then I'll have a whole new section to get through. That tends to be how this functions. Oh, the shadow. And he's gone. And there's nothing but parts of bodies. Fire. Huh, there are braziers lit in there. Yeah, and that's that first bridge that had completely collapsed. Any runestones around here? Oh, that one must be a child. Oh, and they've been burning the bodies too. And so many of them. Well, looks like there's only one path available to me, and that's in the house, but seems so ominous.
Senua! Come to me. Where are you?
I'm here. I'm right here.
Are you in there? Come out if you are.
Where is he? Find him.
You have to find him.
The runes.
Focus.
Focus on the runes.
There was a Northman called Grettir. Big, red-haired, immensely strong, but he was afraid of the dark. It happened one night that an undead creature came to his house to drag him outside into darkness and kill him. He resisted with every ounce of his strength. He clung to the doorframe, but it gave way, and they spilled out of the house, and the monster fell back, and the moon shone down on its ghastly face. Grettir, terrified, cuts off its head, but is cursed forever. From that moment on, wherever he was, he would see those hideous eyes staring back at him. Sometimes we allow our own fear to haunt us to our grave.
Now, oh, the runes again. It looks like they've been keeping the people here in droves. I suppose I'll have to find my way with this.
What's that sound? Dillian! They're coming for me! It's Dillian. Go to him. Go to him. He's trying to save you.
What is that in the distance? That does not look good. We are coming,
There it
Senua?
is. It's close. It's close. Move away. Run! Run now! What should I do? Run! It's not safe here. Run! Don't let us see it. Go towards it. Run. Focus. Focus. Focus.
Focus? I'm focusing on it.
Focus. Two more. Where are they? Where are you? Don't let them see you. Don't.
Oh! Ah! It caught up to me, whatever it was. So, I'm supposed to navigate this maze. There's a fire pursuing me. And I also have to find the runes at the same time? What? And I have to keep ahead of it, too.
There it is. It's close. Run now! Run! It's not safe here. Run! Senua, run! You don't even have your sword. I have to find one more. One more. Senua. Don't get lost. The rune? Find it. Find the other symbol. You're lost. Don't let him look at you. Where's Dillian? Where is he? Where are you?
There he is, but I need another rune.
The light. Go towards it. Focus. Focus. Look. You've got them. You have them. Where's the door? Find the gate. Get out. Run. Look at you. Don't let it see you. It's coming. Move away. You're lost again.
Oh, there it is. Wait, but I need one more rune? Where? I'll just have to keep circling. But it's so close. That's the first one.
I can't find you.
I suppose I'll just have to keep outrunning it. That's the second rune. Damn it. Oh no. Darn. What can I do? The final rune. It's getting close. Where's the door? No. It's right behind me. Those chains. Oh, dead end. Now, if I can remember the path.
Dillian!
There's the door. Thank goodness. Whew. Cure for the plague.
Senua! Senua! What happened?
They're blaming me for the plague. They say that I'm cursed. What if they're right?
How would they know such a thing? Are they gods? None of us are. They're just people. Good people, but they're scared. They're afraid of what they can't see. Like children scared of the dark. They make up stories to fill the void. That doesn't make them true.
What if my father was right?
You have to step out of this darkness. Let them see who you really are, like I have. You're not a monster.
Without you, this darkness has made me a monster. What if this is pointless?
What if you're wrong? What if this has nothing to do with the sword? What if we're wrong? The sword will never be yours. What if this is the end? It's just a trick. It's just a pointless test. You've been fooled before, you could be fooled again. You're being tested. You don't know. It's just their game for you. You never know which way it's going to go.
So when she foresaw the plague that was approaching the village, they dismissed her, but when it actually came, then they believed her to be the root cause. No wonder she fled from them and her father. Yeah, and there's the skull. Well, on to the next shard. That was pretty intense. I don't like chase segments, especially in a maze setting. It's one thing when it's a side-scrolling platform and you have obstacles and such in the way that are attempting to bar your path, but you can at least see ahead. With this, or with that, back there, many of the corridors look the same. Every time she hit some of those metal hooks or whatnot that were hanging from the ceiling, she would stall. And there were some paths that allowed her to, say, go underneath. There were those broken walls. Yeah, so there's this one. And then there's the one that's immediately in front of the tree down there. I think I'll try the one that's over on the main path. Perhaps. If I can reach it again? This doesn't seem to be very direct. Nope, that's not the way. I mean, that one is an obvious path. Unless it's one of those spirals. I'll have to see. Oh yeah. Looks like there's a drop down that would take me back to the start. Well, I might as well do that one because it looks like that final shard is the one that I'm supposed to do before I reach the tree.